Hello. Welcome back to Sassy, and Belle. We are on episode 20. So, this first half of this episode will definitely be a before Thanksgiving part because I gotta talk about it. I have no one else to talk about this with. But the second half will be our after Thanksgiving part. We'll get on that later. But anyway, it is rival week in college football. It's the Iron Bowl week in college football. Is my personality about to become insufferable this week? You better know it. With that being said, I want if you're new here, hit that like button, hit that bell for notifications. Also, please subscribe. Now, I do want to say this. Love the Oregon Duck. He's a true menace to society, and I'm here for it through and through. Um, but here, one of I better show you why I love the Oregon Duck.
Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips.
Away. That, my friend,
It's a naked duck.
that's a naked duck.
What?
Yeah.
Put some clothes.
Big plays, and they probably can match up and play man-to-man and take some of these short throws that Dylan Gabriel likes to throw on the perimeter. So it's going to be an interesting matchup for me is how that wide receiver versus Ohio State's DBs go.
Coach, they took the top off right behind you. You talk about secondary. They took the top off this kid. The duck is shaving somebody's head. You see this? This is happening right behind you right now. There is a head being shaved.
Here come the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, I'm tryna hit this. I guess I could take one too. I don't think I could take much more. It ain't right if I fake what's true.
Hell no, man.
Which is like his boy just won by 10 last night in the playoffs, I think, in Oxford. It's like, it is
Rolling, rolling, keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
Is going to have to be a lot more attentive in that game than he is right now, sitting over there reading the book. Why doesn't he have Dante's book? What's up with that?
You know, I heard you can't get Dante's book
What
in
are we reading?
Eugene at the bookstore.
Why?
That's what I heard.
Fourth wing. What's that about? I have no idea.
Someone's gotta control the Oregon Duck. College game day, holding up this sign, New Girl, season 4, episode 20, at 3 minutes and 44 seconds.
Say something. Yeah. Say something. Shut it. What that thing do? No.
Okay, now that we have seen all the reasons why I love the Oregon Duck, and do I think they have a spot in the playoffs? I will get to that part in a minute. But we all know this is Thanksgiving week, and if you're from the state of Alabama, or you're an Alabama or Auburn fan, which I don't get why you would be an Alabama fan to begin with. With that being said, I make no apologies for that statement, BTW. Or Eagle, by the way. All right, this year's Iron Bowl is at Jordan-Hare Stadium, 6:30. That is right, y'all heard me. We have a night game, the first time since 2007. And we're about to show Alabama, or and we're about to show Alabama that we actually remind them that, hey, you're in our territory at night. I want you to remember that the first time since 2007. And you can come back later and you'll see my reaction to the Iron Bowl. in this episode later. You can skip ahead. We're not going to talk about that, and we're going to focus on them winning and kicking Alabama's butt. And with that being said, I think Auburn needs to go ahead and hire DJ Durkin. I hated Hugh Freeze with passion. I question their decision on that one, but I also know that Auburn's athletics is severely ran by boosters. So if coaches could coach the way they wanted to, imagine the games that we could win. And I say that I'm a sidewalk alumni of Auburn University, and I am proud of that. Now, here's my Iron Bowl prediction. We already know it. Do I even need to say it at this point? Auburn. I really do. I think it's going to be a narrow win, especially because Alabama has barely been winning their games except for these cupcake games they've been given. However, they barely lost to Oklahoma. They lost to Oklahoma last year, and that just made my little Southern Belle heart so happy. But Alabama, who's your daddy? Who is your daddy? I hate Alabama with a passion. And this week I'm gonna be insufferable to my coworker who is an Alabama fan. So you better watch out this week. But as far as Iron Bowl goes, I'm predicting a narrow win for Auburn because here's the thing about the Iron Bowl. Alabama and Auburn can play like crap all year long. But the minute they step into the Iron Bowl, all bets are off, and those are a whole new team. Those teams are refreshed and they're ready to play, and they're going to play like they never played before. Now as far as now let's move on to SEC playoff predictions. Okay, championship predictions. Okay, as of right now, Texas A&M and Ohio State. Not Ohio State. Georgia are the current contenders for the SEC championship. And for those of you that don't know, the SEC championship is always the week after Thanksgiving. And it's important to note that I'm going with Georgia on this one. I think the better Aggie syndrome is going to kick in for Texas A&M, and they're going to choke. I really do. Because Georgia is looking to be number 3. They're not looking. And I'm ready for it. Texas A&M plays Texas this week, so this is going to be the ultimate test to see if they will choke or if they won't choke. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this is going to go, honestly. Now, with that being said, we got to talk about the college football playoff predictions. I haven't done this one in a while, so let's talk about it. So currently, for the for the quarterfinals, we have Vandy and Oregon. I predict Oregon, but hear me out. Vandy is a playoff team. They're not a championship team, and Oregon is too good. Then you have Notre Dame in Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Notre Dame's had a rocky start, but I'm predicting Oklahoma. They have improved greatly, and they beat Alabama. So, of course. BYU and Ole Miss. Definitely Ole Miss. And on the topic, I do not think Lane Kiffin's leaving Ole Miss. I really don't. He's supposed to announce it after the Egg Bowl if he isn't the SEC championship. If he is not, so we'll have to go see. Alabama and Texas Tech. Do we really even have to say who I think's gonna win this one? Do we really have to? It ain't Alabama, that's for sure. Now let's move on to the part where those teams will play numbers 4 through 1. And that's gonna start from Oregon and Georgia. Okay, this was a tough one for me because I'm not an Oregon fan. I'm an Oregon Duck fan, but I'm not an Oregon fan. I'm going with Georgia. My SEC bias is going to kick in on this one. Oklahoma and Ohio State. You know what? Oklahoma. I want to see Ohio State lose more than anybody. Probably even with the Michigan fans out there. Y'all know. Ole Miss and Texas A&M. Okay. Assuming Texas A&M doesn't choke against Texas this week, it might be Texas A&M, but I'm going Ole Miss on this one. Okay, Texas Tech and Indiana. Okay, here's what I had to. Okay, so small Texas Tech is going to choke out against Indiana. Even though it is a smaller school, it's going to choke out. Now, let's move on to who I think will move to the quarter. Let's talk about it. Georgia and Oklahoma. Georgia. Oklahoma's good, but I don't think they're going to beat Georgia. Um, Ole Miss and Indiana. This is a tough one because I think my SEC bias may have kicked in, but I'm going Ole Miss on this one because I really wanted to be an SEC team so bad. Now here's the kicker. I'm not a big Ole Miss fan, but I'm going Georgia on this one. Mainly because Georgia wants that national championship. They're hungry. So is Ole Miss wants one. And this could be the first. And honestly, I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this one. But this is it for part one. Y'all can join me next time. I hope everyone has a great day. Okay, I hope everyone had an excellent Thanksgiving. I hope you ate all the turkey you can manage to stuff in your stomach, and I hope you get you a hell of a nap. Because let's be honest, we all know the best naps are the ones you get after that turkey on Thanksgiving. Anyone who tells you differently, well, something's wrong with them, honestly. But I hope y'all know we may now celebrate Christmas, and I will give y'all a few TikToks in a few minutes for that one. But with that being said, I thought I'd talk about some things I look forward to at Christmas. Um, Seeing the Christmas lights. I love seeing Christmas lights around Christmas time. You can go to the zoo in Nashville and get tickets for it. See the lights there. I plan to do that. Hopefully, I can get a few people to come with me. But you can also go to a bunch of the rich neighborhoods. Now, when I was a kid, we used to go to the ritzy neighborhood just to see our Christmas lights because it was so fun. And for us, Christmas on the river was also the best part for us because we got to do the walk around, and then if we wanted to risk the nighttime, we would go get all bundled up and we will go. Because let's be honest, it gets cold in the South. Especially with bipolar weather, when it gets cold, it can get cold if it really wants to get cold. And being from Alabama, being in Christmas on the River, that's the best part about it, in my opinion, if I'm being honest. Also, it was my only chance to get me some deep fried Oreos. I love me some deep fried Oreos. Yes, you can tell I am a true Southern Belle if I'm talking about deep fried Oreos and how delicious they are. Like, I turn into a kid when I see deep fried Oreos. It's just part of my loving and dazzling and charming, I'm running out of adjectives here, personality. But yeah, also like the Christmas movies and music. Oh my gosh, favorite part right there. I also love decorating a tree at Christmas time. I really do. It's my favorite part. It's the best way to get into the Christmas spirit. Um, but what are some decorations like? Okay, so when I first moved to Tennessee, I did silver and gold. I wanted silver and gold Christmas, and the song and how I came across that theme was silver and gold literally kept playing in my head. So I really was like, I'm gonna go with silver and gold for my theme this year, and I did. Last year I was gonna do plaid, but I never got around to putting my tree up. But this year I still want to do plaid because I love that theme around Christmas time. If I'm being honest, I also love plaid in general. So that just works out in my favor primarily if I am being honest with y'all. Um, but yeah, but and now I know there's a big debate about Star, Angel, and Bo. And I'll be honest with y'all, I like having a star on my tree. I really do. That's just I don't know. I think that's just what I grew up with the star on a Christmas tree. Sometimes there's an angel, but like it was always the star for me that I loved the most. But what are some movies I cannot wait to watch? Well, How the Grinch Stole Christmas is one of them. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Hollis Woods. Truly a movie I do recommend you go and watch and see. It comes out on Hallmark. And why is Hallmark the Christmas capital? I don't care what anyone says. Hallmark is the Christmas capital channel, and you can't convince me otherwise. Also, what are my go-to Christmas songs? Go Tell It on the Mountain is my go-to Christmas song. I don't care what anyone says. Joy to the World, Frosty the Snowman. I'm not gonna sing to y'all because I don't want to hurt your ears, so I'm trying to spare them for you. This is why I have podcasts, so I can do the talking and not the singing and the acting, because I can't act. I wish I had that ability to act. But Where Are You Christmas? Oh, and speaking of which, did y'all see where Taylor Momsen released a rock and roll version of that? I'm not joking. I'm not. She has released a rock and roll version of that. But what are some like Christmas traditions? Well, going to see the Christmas lights. Milk and cookies for Santa. Um, so much more. Charlie Brown Christmas special. Watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is my go-to. Like the old, like, and I always resonate with the Island of Misfit Toys, mainly because I think I am a Misfit toy, if I'm being honest. And I personally take fair advantage of being from the Island of Misfit Toys. But yeah. Ooh, I think that's what I might call this episode. But maybe, just maybe, I don't know yet. But I do like being that I am from the Island of Misfit Toys. But I'm gonna take a quick break, and then when I come back from the little TikToks I have for y'all, we'll talk about my reaction to the Iron Bowl and the SEC championship prediction. And we gotta talk about the playoffs prediction then after that. Because I'm still a football fan and it's still football season, so it's not January yet for college football, so we've got till February. We've got till January for college football to be over with, so you're stuck with me talking about football till then. So, just a heads up.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Prospero something, something Felicidad.
Meg, Thanksgiving's over. Come help me with the Christmas decorations. Meg, help me with the Christmas decorations!
Okay, so the Iron Bowl is over with. And my question is, Auburn, can we not catch a ball? Did we not realize our goals were to keep Alabama out of the playoffs? Did we not at all? For crying out loud, we don't want them in the playoffs. We know this by now. Also, what was our offense? Really? In our defense side, we have the best defense one of the best defenses in the country, but our offense is crap. I'm very disappointed in you, Auburn. I really, really am. Oh my goodness. This was more than just a game about bragging rights this week. This was keeping Alabama out of the playoffs. This was becoming bowl eligible. This was proving a lot of things. But no, we couldn't do it. Now, as far as the SEC championship goes, I'm going Georgia on this one. Because, hear me out, you cannot put two teams up against each other in the same season and expect the same outcome every single time. You just can't. I know that, you know that, and it's just true. But yeah, that is it for this episode. Y'all have a good day. Also, a friendly reminder, football is not over with yet, so let's keep that in mind. We have a lot more. We have the SEC championship, we have playoffs, and then we have national championships. So we're almost done. Just bear with us.